A senior Russian military officer has been killed in a deadly car bomb explosion on the outskirts of Moscow. Russia's top criminal investigation agency confirmed that Lieutenant General Yaroslav Moskalik died from injuries. Moskalik was the deputy head of the main operational department in the Russian armed forces. Investigations revealed that the explosive devices were rigged with shrapnel. Russian media footage showed the vehicle burning in the courtyard of an apartment building. The committee didn't mention possible suspects. The attack comes just hours before U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff is meeting with President Vladimir Putin of Russia. In a surprising development, Kyiv's mayor suggested that Ukraine could concede territory to Russia in exchange for peace, marking a stark departure from the country's president, Volodymyr Zelensky's firm stance against giving up Ukrainian territory to Russia. Now, the mayor's comments came after Russia launched a devastating drone attack on Kyiv overnight that killed at least 12 people. Rescuers were still recovering bodies from the rubble more than 12 hours later. President Trump said the attack was not necessary and was very bad timing. In a rebuke, the U.S. president addressed Russian President Vladimir Putin in a post on Truth Social, stating Vladimir's stop.
I didn't like last night. I wasn't happy with it. And we're in the midst of talking peace, and missiles were fired. And I was not happy with it. That's what I meant, and that's, what it said.
President Trump also insisted that he's putting a lot of pressure on Russia and claimed that's why Putin is talking right now. He added that significant progress has been made in the Ukraine peace negotiations and that Russia has made a pretty big concession by stopping short of taking the whole country.
We're putting a lot of pressure on Russia. And Russia knows that, and some people that are close to it know, or he wouldn't be talking right now. The Prime Minister understands that better than anybody. He wouldn't be talking right now. He's talking, and we're putting a lot of pressure.
Sessions has Russia offered up thus far to get to the point where you're closer to peace?
Stopping the war, stopping taking the whole country. Pretty big concession.
President Trump made those comments that you just saw at the Oval Office meeting with the Norwegian Prime Minister. Ukraine and much of Europe fiercely pushed back against his statement, arguing that it's hardly a concession for Russia that is engaged in a land grab exercise. Meanwhile, NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte has said that Moscow now needs to move forward in negotiations and that the ball is now in Russia's court. After a meeting with President Trump in Washington, Rutte also said huge steps have been taken in recent days in peace talks, but the NATO chief asserted that the U.S. and European nations collectively agree that Russia is a long-term threat.
Hello, everybody. And then, of course, you had Keir Starmer here, the British Prime Minister, and others, all committing to much higher defense spending. We're not there.
We all agree in NATO that Russia is the long-term threat to NATO territory, to the whole of the Euro-Atlantic territory.